Hello, I'm Dr. Cyndi Burnett, Director of Possibilities for Creativity and Education.
Wow, I'm Barney Saltzberg. I'm a children's book author, illustrator, and songwriter.
Barney, so we've been a bit quiet for the last 6 months.
True. I heard there's a pandemic.
It's been a little crazy, but you've got some big news, don't you?
I do. I'm very happy to announce that I have a book coming out, a picture book, that I have been working on for years, and it's remarkable how long it's taken to come out, but it is a collaboration with the actor Jamie Lee Curtis, and it's something completely different because it's got photographs and drawings in it, which is really unusual for a picture book.
So Barney, I'm so excited that you're working with Jamie Lee Curtis. I mean, she is an absolute legend. Can you tell us a story about how this whole book came to be?
Well, it is exciting. And there are many actors and actresses who are doing children's books, and I've done them over the years. And I know this is going to sound like I'm patronizing to her, but honestly, even before I met her, Jamie's are my favorite for people in that level of fame. And I just think her books are wonderful. I met her at a school function. I was the visiting author, and she literally came up and said, "I'm Jamie Lee Curtis, shake my hand, and I hate you." And I said, "Why?" And she said, "Because you illustrate your own books." And I said, "Yeah, but your books are on television and you are world famous and everyone knows about your books. I would love to illustrate your book." And she said, "Got a person I like a lot, and I have to say, Laura Cornell is amazing." She's been married to her as far as their partnership. And many years later, we met at another bookstore, book signing that I was doing, and she gave me a pile of books to sign and a little piece of paper with her phone number and said we should hang out. I was, needless to say, blown away. And I thought, well, yeah, we're going to hang out, sure. And then I was working on a story which I was just stuck on. And I thought, given her sensibilities, she would be the person to talk to about it. And I sent her a meekish inquiry asking if I could take her out for coffee. And so we agreed on a time to meet for coffee. And the night before, she called and said, "Can I come over instead?" And she came out to my studio where I was working here. And we talked about the book, which ended up becoming Would You Rather Be a Princess or a Dragon? And I think based on Jamie's books, I decided that book should rhyme. So we talked about rhythm and all that, and it was great. And then she saw what was going to become my book, Beautiful Oops. And we looked at that together, and she just said, "This book is going to change your life." And she wrote a beautiful blurb, which is on the cover of each book. And I do think it helped get attention to that book, which has changed my life. Since that day, which was many years ago, she, on a no particular schedule, will text me a photograph. And the moment it comes through, I stop everything I'm doing and I run over to my iPad and I open the photograph up there and I draw on it and send it back. And it's been this dance we've done, and we love doing it. And then at some point she said, "Let's make this into a book." And we went to lunch and talked about it, and now it's coming out. So it is it's called What Do You See? A Conversation in Pictures. And it's really about two people looking at the same thing and how they both approach it and what their perspectives are. And the takeaway is two people can look at the same thing, see it differently, and still be friends. And that's really aspirational right now.
That sounds wonderful, Barney. And I have seen a pre-copy of the book, and I just think it's fabulous. And I love what you're doing with it. So who is your target audience with this book? Who should pick up this book?
The world.
The world.
I actually, honestly, well, I wanted it to be a coffee table book, like a larger format, because I'm a big believer in you're never too old for a picture book. Like if a story is a good story, it doesn't matter how old you are. This could really play either way. It's being published as a picture book, but it really, to me, resonates for adults. And I think it would be an amazing thing for adults to play with this with other adults, with children there's no age limit on this. They're not going to go, hey, you're too old for that book, put it down. I feel like it should resonate. Should probably say that I dedicated the book to you, which you know.
Thank
Yes.
you.
And I wish I had a copy to hold, but it's taken a while to get here. So at some point you're going to put an image up so people can see the cover.
Absolutely. So tell us, when is the book coming out, Barney?
It's being published by Creston Books, which is a really beautiful small publisher out of the Bay Area in California.
Mhm.
And the pub date is March 1st, and fingers crossed it's going to be available March 1st, but you can pre-order it anywhere books are sold.
So let's put some links down below, Barney, so that if someone wants to order the book ahead of time so that they can have it, that would be great. Now, in preparation for this book being launched on March 1st, we're going to be sharing an activity with you each week leading up to March 1st. And this will be what kind of activity, Barney? What are you thinking?
There's probably a few things. We actually have an activity page on the back of the book at the end of the story. And I think we're going to borrow from that to give some lessons that you can try playing with. And they're all fun and easy, and you can do them with anyone.
All right, that sounds wonderful. So stay tuned each week on Tuesdays when we will be posting new videos on our YouTube station. So if you aren't subscribed to Creativity, now's a great time to do so. You can do so down below. And each week we will be releasing a new video where Barney's teaching me about this concept of looking at things in different ways.
So join us and share this, please.
And if you like this story, give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you next week.